He's an amazing person, really nice guy. But for him and his guys, if you don't say he's the greatest ever, it's like you could commit treason.
Right. You're either for them or against them.
Yeah,
it's like, can I just say you're one of the greatest players of all time?
No, you cannot. You cannot. If you do not say he's the greatest of all time, you're committing treason.
Charles Barkley just exploded. The NBA legend went off on LeBron James and the entire media machine that's been protecting him for more than 20 years. While most analysts choose their words carefully around LeBron, Barkley said what many fans have been whispering for years. LeBron's legacy is guarded tighter than the White House. This wasn't just another sports rant. It was a Hall of Famer publicly challenging the system that has helped build and maintain LeBron's untouchable reputation. In Barkley's eyes, the NBA and its media partners have spent years shaping the narrative to always place LeBron on top, no matter what. And here's where Barkley took it further. He claimed LeBron's entire era has been propped up by selective coverage, special treatment, and a league that bends to accommodate him. Meanwhile, Barkley, a man who never needed a championship ring to validate his voice, is calling it exactly how he sees it. Raw, unfiltered, and fearless. The internet has been buzzing non-stop because Barkley didn't hold back, and he didn't speak in coded language. He said the quiet part out loud. Then he dropped the bomb. The second apron rule wasn't about fair play at all. According to Barkley, it was the league's way of stopping LeBron from controlling teams like personal chess pieces. The NBA's owners and Adam Silver were tired of watching LeBron build super teams, leave when things got shaky, and shift the power balance on a whim. So they rewrote the rulebook to contain him. In Barkley's words, the league didn't just adjust the system. They built an entire rule specifically to limit LeBron's influence.
Second apron thing is dumb. It's for the owners. The owners to save money, but it's also like not fair. Like the owners can always get their money back. Like players, they can never get their money back. They tricked them because they made it seem like it's going to be parity around the league. Like, oh, every team is going to have stars now because you can't keep a star. And then you look at it, it's like, yeah, but you also can't pay anybody else. But like everybody's going to get lower contracts now. You're going to have 2, maybe 3 max players, and everybody else who at once upon a time people was getting the mid-level exception, getting 14, 15, 20 minutes. You're going to have like 1 player like that, 1 or 2. It's just not good. Like it took the fun out of basketball.
Think back to the years right before that rule went into effect. LeBron forced his way to the Lakers, pushed for Anthony Davis, tried to recruit Kawhi Leonard, and later demanded Russell Westbrook. He was stacking star players like it was NBA 2K, and the league finally snapped. That's the pressure point Barkley is calling out. While everyone else danced around it, he said it plainly. The NBA didn't create the second apron rule for competitive balance. They created it to stop LeBron from reshaping teams every time he felt like it. And now that Barkley has said it publicly, the story is exploding, spreading fast, loud, and unavoidable.
The GOAT, who's the greatest and all that, between, him and LeBron. And I try to stay away from that, but I will say LeBron has the greatest career.
I say that all the time.
He has the greatest career. But Mike is the best
basketball player ever.
Why a lot of old heads want to dog out LeBron is because they were never as good as he is this late in their career.
Right.
And they want to get on him for that.
Yeah.
LeBron, at 22 years in, at 40, whatever he is, and is about ready to be first or second team All-NBA.
25, 8, and 8.
As old guys, they were never, call them all out.
Some of them wasn't this good in their prime.
That's the thing.
Straight up, they wasn't.
The Los Angeles Lakers, the crown jewel of basketball history, somehow became LeBron James' personal reality show. He pushed the team to trade away its entire young core for Anthony Davis, insisted on bringing in Russell Westbrook, and then turned around and watched Frank Vogel get fired even after the man delivered a championship. Who else in NBA history gets that level of control? LeBron treats franchises like they're employees taking instructions. And no matter what he gets, it's never enough. Give him 2 stars, he needs 3. Give him 3, now the bench isn't good enough. Win a title, and suddenly the entire roster needs to be rebuilt. At this point, it's not roster construction, it's psychological warfare. But here's where things get even more twisted.
Most of these young punks today, in the public, they never saw Michael Jordan play.
Right.
They never, most of them never saw Kobe play. They definitely didn't see Kareem or Bill Russell play. But for some reason, this generation, you're being blasphemous saying LeBron.
There's an unspoken media code in the NBA. You must call LeBron the GOAT, or your career pays for it. And that's not an exaggeration. It's the reality. The moment someone even hints that Michael Jordan might be better, the backlash comes instantly. Nick Wright will spend an entire show dissecting your credibility. Shannon Sharpe will yell about it for an hour straight. And if you step on the Clutch Sports empire, good luck getting another major interview again. Look at the patterns. JJ Redick merely suggested that Kobe might rank higher than LeBron, and he was flooded with hate. When Charles Barkley said the Warriors would have beaten the Heat, LeBron reportedly took it personally. That's not debate. That's intimidation. The narrative surrounding LeBron is controlled so tightly it feels like basketball's version of state propaganda. It's like you're required to say, LeBron never had help. LeBron carried every team. LeBron is the most complete player of all time. And if you don't repeat the script, you're labeled a hater, a clown, or anti-Bron. Meanwhile, players like Russell Westbrook, who did sacrifice and adjust, got tossed under the bus the moment things went wrong. The narrative never shifts. LeBron is always the hero, and if the team fails, everyone else takes the blame. And somehow, fans still keep falling for it.
LeBron James, come into the studio. You ain't got nothing to do. The playoffs started yesterday. You got free time. I know you got to pick a coach and a general manager.
He's picking it?
Oh, I know you got to pick a. Just put that on the back burner. I'm speaking on behalf. I'm begging you on behalf of Ernie, Kenny.
Which side he's going to sit on? This side or
Right here in the middle. Right here in the middle.
All right, wait.
Right here in the middle of all this, you're expected to ignore the obvious. Ray Allen literally saved LeBron's legacy in 2013, but somehow we're told that the finals record doesn't matter. 6-0 versus 4-6. The numbers speak for themselves. But the moment you step outside the approved script, you're labeled a hater, out of touch, or worse, unemployable. And that brings us to the biggest performers in sports media, the LeBron Protection Agency. The group led by Richard Jefferson, Kendrick Perkins, and every talking head whose entire brand is defending LeBron at all costs. Richard Jefferson might be the clearest example. His whole post-NBA career exists because he praises LeBron on camera. He'll look directly into the lens and say, LeBron never had help, even though he played on the same super team with him. Then he'll call the 2016 Cavaliers underdogs, conveniently leaving out the fact that they had the highest payroll in NBA history. Jefferson isn't analyzing the game, he's auditioning. Every take is a job application to Clutch Sports.
I'm starting to believe, I know LeBron get people traded, but I don't think he be knowing everything. Like, sometimes he be like, he probably don't care, bro. Like, to be real, like playing basketball, you really don't care about other people. You honestly don't. Mook, you know that.
No, we don't. But Brian, his situation a little different.
Then there's Kendrick Perkins, the ultimate sellout. The moment he landed a TV job, he flipped faster than a coin toss. He went from calling LeBron out to acting like his personal guard dog on every broadcast. Now Perkins claims LeBron faced tougher competition than Michael Jordan, while conveniently ignoring the fact that LeBron ruled over one of the weakest Eastern Conferences in NBA history. And of course, we can't forget Channing Frye, another loyal member of the Media Spin Squad. He tried to rewrite history by calling the 2010 Celtics old and washed, just to protect LeBron's image. But the numbers don't lie. Kevin Garnett was still averaging 14.3 points per game, still an all-star, and still all-defense. That's not washed. That's elite.
For me to ultimately make the decision to come back, I needed to sit down with Dan face-to-face, man to man. It was a straightforward conversation. There was no beating around the bush. He basically said, no matter what decision you make, we wanted to clear the ways. We wanted to clear the air, and to where we see each other in public, or we see each other wherever. If I'm competing against you, we can always shake each other's hands and look at the fun times that we had in Cleveland while we were together, instead of focusing on the one night that everyone kind of focuses on.
Paul Pierce was still giving you 19 a night. Ray Allen was knocking down threes at 16. 5 per game.
And Rajon Rondo?
He was in his prime, an all-star floor general running the entire offense. That Celtics team wasn't washed. They were battle-tested, disciplined, and still elite. Meanwhile, people love to joke about the 1999 Rockets like it's the same situation. No, that team actually was washed. Hakeem was 36. Barkley was 35 and hurt. Pippen was fresh off back surgery and never fully right. That is what decline looks like. The 2010 Celtics were still a real threat, one game away from another ring. But analysts like Kendrick Perkins and Channing Frye will twist the narrative to protect LeBron's legacy at all costs. Perkins flipped the second he got a studio contract, acting like LeBron's personal spokesperson. Frye tried to downplay the Celtics by calling them old, just to prop up the storyline. This is the problem. Fans are being fed revisionist history. They're being told to ignore context, ignore numbers, ignore reality. And too many people just accept it. The hypocrisy is wild. If we're going to talk greatness, competition, and legacy, then let's tell the truth while we're at it.
I remember being in South Beach. I was at Red Steakhouse, and then I think Dwayne was down at Prime or somewhere else. And I'll never forget when he said, "I'm taking my talents to South Beach." You could hear the whole place, the city was like, all of a sudden everybody's out in the streets yelling and screaming. I went out in the street, I never forget.
So you didn't know until then?
I knew.
Oh, okay.
Man, there was no way that he could go up there and say, "I'm going to go to like New York or go to Chicago." He could have, but I had a good feeling that he was going to come to Miami.
These media puppets will twist history like it's a Rubik's Cube. They'll look you straight in the camera and say it with a smile, and they expect you to just nod along like you don't remember what actually happened. They'll swear the 2007 Spurs were past their prime, but somehow that same core won again in 2014. So which one is it? Old or legendary? They'll say the 2011 Mavericks got lucky, but they'll never mention that LeBron James, the self-proclaimed chosen one, put up 8 points in a finals game. 8 points. That's not luck. That's collapse. They'll claim the 2015 Warriors were too inexperienced, like they didn't just win 67 games and run through the league. But hey, rewriting history is convenient when your narrative is falling apart. And the biggest joke of all? Acting like the 2020 bubble ring counts the same. No travel. No fans. No pressure. No distractions. Just glorified scrimmage runs in Disney World. That's not the finals. That's AAU with better lighting. But now, here's the part that's going to break the internet. My explosive theory. Was the second apron rule created to stop LeBron's empire once and for all? Yes. And all the signs are right there. When he formed the Heat super team, the league said nothing. When he went back to Cleveland and built another super team, nobody blinked. But when the Lakers tried to reload, when the blueprint started repeating, suddenly the league invents a brand new rule that just so happens to make it nearly impossible to stack stars around one guy. That's not coincidence. That's a countermeasure. The league watched what LeBron did to competitive balance for a decade, and they finally said, never again.
Greatest play that I ever saw. It's the block because that's game 7. He's played every minute. It's the last possible game. It's the last possible minute. And he does an athletic feat of sprinting back. Split second late, that's a goaltending. This dude led the series in points, rebounds, blocks, assists, steal, in every category. And at the last minute, where he should be gassed, when I look at plays of any human being that have ever been done, I can't think of a bigger defense.
When LeBron arrived in LA, he tried to build another super team, and once again, the league said nothing. But then, out of nowhere in 2023, the second apron rule suddenly appears. Coincidence? Please. This wasn't some random policy shift. This was payback.